Ain't hit it. Oh man, what y'all been doing over here? We
Nah,
live.
Talking.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, what up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing
That
that.
boy
And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right-hand side, we got Decatur's shortest workday, Corey Davis. And underneath us both, man, we got the OG. Let's do it. Like Tony Lowe used to say. Chuck Little John. What's up, my dogs?
What's up, fellas? What's up? Can't wait till Friday.
That's right.
Friday's a good day. Friday's gonna be a good day, man. Wifey leaving me again though, but it's still gonna be a good day. Yeah.
I don't know if you like a orphan.
No, for real.
Or when the parents say, "Listen, you can stay home by yourself."
That's me. That's definitely me. That's definitely me, man. So fellas, man, let's say what's up to everybody out there on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Remember, when you come to the channel, man, tell a friend, bring a friend, and when you come, don't come by yourself. This is episode 74, season 5. We got a great show for y'all today. We're gonna jump into some stuff we were supposed to jump into last Sunday. Kirk Cousins possibly going to the Cleveland Browns. He's been seen in Cleveland. So does that mean something? We'll check on that. Get that update from none other than Decatur's shortest workday. And then we'll also talk a little bit about Ant-Man and Ja Morant. They're two different ends of the spectrum, but they're both off the court situations, and now Ja Morant on the court again situation. We'll talk about that, and of course, we finally know who's going to be in the Final Four of the women's division, and so we will talk about that, which actually starts on, like the OG said, Friday and Saturday. So we will jump into those topics right there as well. Almost Friday, OG, but what day is it?
Hey man, I'm excited. I'm ready to get to Friday. But before I get to Friday, I gotta get past hump day.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely happy hump day to everybody out there. My dog James Littlejohn, Kamari A. White, Rodney Littlejohn, my dog Quest. Anybody else that's out there, put your name in the chat. This is a interactive show. We want to interact with you all, man. So put your name in the chat. Also, hit that like out there, man. Hit the like button. We're trying to get these likes up, trying to get the algorithm going, and continue to comment inside as well. Also, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We got 2 new subscribers, man. Thank y'all for joining the TCY family. I haven't looked it up to see who y'all are, but we appreciate you all anyway. All right. So before we get into our first segment, man, we have to give none other than our wonderful sponsor, Mr. Alvin Jameson, a shout out. Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to them, let them know you heard it from the Crew and You. Thank you, Mr. Alvin Jameson, for being a wonderful sponsor of our very first segment. All right, fellas, man, let's go ahead and jump into some early talk. We got somebody on already, though. So let's bring my man Swain on.
I'd like to welcome my man Swain. Like, I grew up with this guy, man. We went to elementary school together, been friends, family for since I can remember. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted to get in for our first segment of talking Falcons talk. Nevertheless, my man's specialty is tax. This is tax season, and I told him, we'll tie in one of these days some good, tax talk and sports talk. But right now, we're going to talk a little bit of Falcons talk. So I want to welcome my man, Mr. Chris Swain of LCL Financial Services, to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Nice.
I tried to speak one time before, and I got stage fright, but we're gonna be all right today. We all right. I had to practice a little bit, but we're gonna be fine.
Hey, I love it, man. I love it. Well, welcome on, my brother. Welcome on.
Continue the barbershop.
That's right.
So let's talk about the Kirk Cousins, but I think we've been way too nice about things, man. I know the Falcons are trying to play their cards right, but really they only really got one card to play. You paid a man $100 million, and he didn't even fulfill the first year of his contract. I think to me, he owed the Falcons money.
Oh, and
if he wants to get out of Atlanta, he needs to go on and get Arthur Blank back that $50 million and call it even. But other than that, if it was me, if I had control, he would sit right there on that bench until his name disappeared out of everybody's mouth.
Oh. So,
that'll be his fate.
So you will pay your man $38, $40 million to sit on the bench.
That money's sunk already. So you sit him on the bench until somebody called for him. Nobody called for him. That's where he disappears. Because you got to think about he sabotaged Atlanta before he even got here. He cost us a 5th round pick, just running his mouth. But we thought that was just an accident. We thought that was just old naive Kirk. But Kirk is a con man. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew he was talking too much. He knew the rules. He's been in the league like 12, 13 years. He knew the rules. So then you got
this was playing.
So he had
then his insecurities cost us a playoff time because he knew that Penix is going to take his job. He knew. That's why he came out like he just rolling, just throwing passes we ain't seen in a long time. And then he claimed he got injured. Like everybody want to know which lie do we need to believe? Were you injured or were you not injured? If you was injured, you didn't tell anybody. Which means you handicapped our team because you couldn't throw the ball past 30 yards. I mean, it was. Huh?
I got a question for you. So I've been to a few Atlanta games. So I'm going to ask you a question. How long is it going to take for Penix to lose some games and y'all going to boo him at the stadium?
No, we're not.
Do everybody else.
We're not going to boo him.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to boo him. We're not going to boo him. But I'm just talking about the integrity of a man. His skill set, everybody's skill set diminishes over time. But the integrity of the man and how he held the team hostage. He held the team hostage.
You think it was a hostage situation, Chris?
Yeah, because let me tell you what he could have done. When he said he got injured, he could have let everybody know he was injured, let Penix come on in and at least throw a little 2 or 3 less interceptions for a win. What we need, like 2 games, 3 games to get into the playoffs. That's all we needed. And he didn't realize it was still his team. It was still Kirk's team. You got injured. It's okay. This is why we got Penix. So if you got injured, we got somebody we can put in there and get us to the postseason. Let's get your shoulder healthy, and then you come back in. Because all the coaches were was sold on Kirk Cousins and his experience. They was already sold. So he pulling stunts that he didn't even have to pull.
And that I understand. Nevertheless, the key to what we were finna talk about first, because you came out the block swinging. I promise you that.
I did. I told you I practiced. Then I told you I practiced. I ain't getting nervous. I ain't getting nervous no more.
I see. But the thing was, he was spotted in Cleveland, right? They spotted my man in Cleveland, and at the same time, we're under the assumption that he was there to possibly talk business. So that fifth round pick that you were talking about, we could possibly get it back. That's if they make a deal in Cleveland, or maybe even the Steelers. What do you think about that?
Well, they're gonna have to pay us at least 20-30 million and some draft picks for Kirk. You know, I'm not against him getting traded. I'm not against him going to another team.
Yeah,
they just got to pay for it. We got to recoup this bad decision we made somehow, some way. Either Kirk pay it or Kirk get somebody else to pay it because he didn't fulfill his contract.
You talking about that $23 million roster bonus?
I don't love it. He need to get some more back. Add another 10 on top of that.
Now in the past, Kirk has not been. I mean, he's never given money back. You know that he got a good agent. However, I'll be satisfied with a 5th round pick for him if he does go to either the Steelers or the Browns. I don't know about that roster bonus coming back.
I don't know. I won't be satisfied with the 5th round. They got to be a 5th round and some cash.
I mean, I'm saying,
I'm talking for Arthur Blank. I'm speaking for Arthur Blank. I don't care whose pocket it comes out of.
Yeah,
we just want it.
You want it. We don't need it. Yeah, we do need it. I ain't gonna lie. We do need it.
We need it. We can't even go shopping in free agency properly.
We can't.
We got to stay on the inside of the aisles when we go to the free agent grocery store. We can't go around to the fresh food and fresh meats. We can't afford that just yet. We got to go in the aisle with all packets to get the deal.
Gonna feel the same way y'all feel. So what make you think they're gonna give you a lot of money and a lot of picks for Kirk Cousins?
There you go.
We don't need a lot.
When they gonna feel the exact same way you feel.
And look, who need the quarterback? They do or we do? We don't need them. We just paid too much for them. So
why would you come back mid-season?
Oh, okay. Well, we can find. We'll find a rookie. We'll find a rookie to step in for a minute. Look, we can get a retry. Hey, you can go get me doggone Heineke back again. He'll get us 2-3 games. Don't give me. And I promise you, Penix, he ain't going down easily. He's been hurt 4 years out of his. 4 times out of his professional career or college career.
Uh-huh.
Do you ever see him run when he played? Did you see him run? Did it even look like that was his first choice?
He ain't running now. No,
he ain't taking no licks. He already knows. He knows.
He ain't about that life.
Now he can run. He can run. But that ain't. He gonna get rid of that ball and let somebody else take that lick. That's why. I ain't gonna call him a GOAT, but see, I forgot his name. You see how much I care about his behind. The quarterback out of New England and down in Tampa, Brady, that guy. If you notice, Brady didn't take a lot of licks. Yeah. Brady always had a check down. Every play there was a check down. He didn't take no licks. You might got to put a hand on him every now and then, but he didn't take licks, and that extended his career.
So let me tell you, I don't. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead, G.
No, I was just about to say. So when y'all got Kirk Cousins, everybody was super excited about getting Kirk Cousins in there. Super Bowl. I heard Atlanta Falcons sports radio talking about Super Bowl. We are ready. We're about to make a run now.
Super Bowl. Don't do that.
No.
He throwing us all the way out there, ain't it?
92.9. 92.9 had a conversation about, are we Super Bowl ready now?
No, we didn't. We didn't.
They did. I promise you, they did.
We don't make that mistake now. Come on, now, G. You know.
I promise you, they did.
you're correct. We did have high aspirations when we heard Kirk Cousins was coming. Same when we had high aspirations when we got Judon and Justin Simmons. We was high. We was high on them.
Right. Y'all got some good pieces. Y'all got some good pieces.
However, if you talk to anybody who was high on Kirk, will tell you there's a but. But we paid too much.
And that was the beginning of it. But when they started playing, they was all excited, swag and surfing.
Who was excited? I was excited.
They was wearing a chain.
I wasn't wearing no chain.
They was all in love with him now.
Through 10 games, that was my boo.
I was excited.
In 1 year, we ready to get rid of him?
It's not his play on the field that I want to get rid of. It's this little slick con artist that I want to get rid of. Everybody gets hurt in the NFL. We understand that. Right. But how you play that, how you was slick with yours, and you was dry snitching, and you was only looking out for Kurt when you talking about teams. But see, you can't listen what a person says. You got to look at what they do. And that'll tell you everything about what you need to know about a person. And he showed his hand.
The only reason why he did that was because he got hurt. Now I ain't gonna lie, through 10 games, we were all drinking the Kool-Aid, like G said, which I believe. And the thing is with me was, and I disagree with you on the fact that you say we overpaid. We overpaid. We got at the time that we picked him up, he was the most coveted free agent in terms of quarterback that was out there. And if you realize, there were 4 other guys that got around the same amount of money that Kirk got. You had what's your boy down in Tampa Bay? He got his 100 with 120.
Fully guaranteed.
No. Like I said, we gave him 100, which was fully guaranteed. But at the same time, let's say I can't remember exactly what they had, but they'll end up getting the same amount of money. The 100 million, for that, we gave him 3 years, 100 million. 100 was guaranteed. Got 180. You know what I'm saying? So far he's got 125 out of us. Correct.
Yeah, he got a lot of money out of us. Enough money we need to get that money back up out of you, buddy.
We'll end up saving about 60. Now, if we find a team that'll pay that roster bonus that we just paid him, all we would have given them was 100 million, which is 50 million per. That's the going rate for a quarterback. So that's what I don't look at it as bad. But you're right. After one season and we had to end up letting them go, yeah, it was a bad purchase. You know what I'm saying? But the quarterback in Tampa still playing, right? Yeah, hold on, Chris. What I'm saying, this is the subject right here. The subject is we saw him in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him in Cleveland. Yes, he's doing the same thing he's been doing. We don't know what he's doing. That's why we're talking about it. Looking out for Kurt. Looking out for Kurt and trying to be that passive aggressive approach. Looking out for Kurt. Let him go to Cleveland. Let him do whatever he need to do. But as long as he tell them, hey, it's gonna cost him about 30 million to get up out of there. You got that? And I'm on your way.
Even if y'all trade him, before the June 1st deadline, y'all still are $37.5 million in dead money that's owed to him. Yeah, so we have to try to get some of that back.
Well, my point exactly. It can't just be. It can't just be. I like that mathematician over there. He's quick, ain't he?
That's money. That's money that's owed regardless. Y'all can't get that money back. Yeah.
So that's why KD, we have to get money for him as well as a pick, or forget the pick. Give us the money.
I ain't getting more money.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. We thought Dallas was gonna be something this year. Don't say that. Things can go in the opposite direction now. Just because it hasn't happened, it never happened, don't mean it won't happen.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, a patch that in there by Dallas, I heard.
I mean, when the money's paid, the money's already paid. Like you said, it's already gone.
But I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna get the money for it because somebody is gonna need him. Right now, nobody needs him because the draft coming up. They got an option. But when that draft is gone, then we're gonna start seeing who comes to the table to play some cards. We're gonna see. We're gonna get the money. We're gonna get the money. Cause that's gonna be the terms of condition on that trade.
But nobody don't come to the table.
Then what I say was best for him. Purgatory. Forever. Purgatory.
I'm telling you what, if I'm getting paid that money, I'll sit on the bench.
Matter of fact, he going on the scout team, and we're gonna forget to blow the whistle.
Hey,
We're gonna send the blitz there and forget to blow the whistle.
Because if Penix get hurt, then you gonna be in the world of hurt.
yeah.
No. No, listen. We can put a receiver back there to do better than what Kirk did to us last season.
Come on now.
I don't trust him. I don't trust him to go into the game. I don't trust what his intentions are no more.
Wow.
Like he would never see the field in Atlanta. He will be pushed from the second to the third practice squad, but you ain't leaving this town with that purse in your hand.
Do you don't give Kirk any credit for trying to tough it out? Like he knows that his rookie quarterback wasn't ready to go out there and perform.
But we don't know that. We don't know that. Penix has played a lot of football. Mm-hmm. Penix is a very cerebral type of quarterback. Mm-hmm. And you saw him when he got in the game, he didn't even look like he was rushed. Mm-hmm. No pressure. Because he's a mature quarterback. He's older. He's a mature quarterback. He's a mature college graduate. He's been in college for so long. He was birthed and grew up in college. Mm-hmm. I think he played for like 2 teams for 8 years or something. He's been there a long time.
6 years.
Look, but you're not getting a 21-year-old on the field on the big stage. Mm-hmm. You're getting a cat who's played on the big stage and is very mature for his age. So he's fine. He's fine. He battled from adversity. When someone battles from adversity, not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times.
What are you talking about?
Talking about them knee injuries.
Oh my God, that's not adversity. That's being stupid.
Oh, that is adversity. Yeah, knee injury took me out the game.
Cause you big. You ain't no quarterback.
Okay. we ain't gotta air our family discussion.
Yeah, we all about the same side.
Throwing shots. Look at him.
He doing a rib shot.
Yeah, but I think we give credit to quarterbacks who play through injuries. This man tried to play through an injury, and now he's been, thrown to the dumpster because a lot of plays.
You mixing honey and salt together. You can't if you can't throw the ball with the velocity that's needed, or you can't throw the ball no further than 30 yards. You got to tell somebody something wrong with your shoulder. Mm-hmm. You got to let somebody take you. You got to protect the team at this point because now you're hurting the team. There's a line. They gonna say a fine line. It's a wide line actually, where you play through injury, but you can still perform. Mm-hmm. Or if you're injured and you can't perform, then now you're not an asset no more. You become a liability.
I think
so you need to say, okay, I'm hurting the team. I need to step aside. I need to get the shoulder looked at. We're gonna need Penix to come in for 3 or 4 games.
What we end up doing now, Chris, is beating a dead horse because we understand that Mr. Cousins is not gonna be on the center anymore, right?
Mr. Shady Cousins.
Hey, listen, you sound really hurt behind this, and I didn't know this. But
it wasn't. It's not about his play. It's not about his play. It's about the integrity of a man. I can't. That bothers me a lot. The integrity of a man.
And that's what I'm saying. We weren't there to talk about his integrity because we know his integrity is going down the street. And then
he was up in Cleveland. He's up in Cleveland trying to throw them little posts. I don't think he didn't post that though. That was just somebody called him and then posted it, right?
Somebody called him. Called him out
there.
Yeah.
He ain't Cleveland. He could be anywhere. It could be in Los Angeles. Any state that got a football team he went to, somebody was gonna make a headline out of it. So I ain't really mad at him. Now, if he posted it, like them cats be trying to tell you subliminally that I want to trade, and be posting other teams.
Well, he did meet with him. I mean,
Ravens.
now listen, now we don't know exactly what the content was, but like I said, it was a small meeting, right? We don't know if it was leverage. We don't know if the Falcons have said, listen, go try to find something out there. But at the same time, we do understand you don't just find yourself at a restaurant in Cleveland just on a rainy Tuesday for nothing.
Yeah, you ain't going to Cleveland for no reason.
Yeah. Listen, and my wife from Cleveland. I've been there many times, and it ain't. Hey, let's go to Cleveland and you just see me at a restaurant.
There ain't a whole lot going on up there. Right. Casually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it's the integrity, man. I don't know what his intentions are no more. I can't trust the man. So you need to tell somebody where you going. You need a permission slip to walk around these hallways.
Right. Okay.
But that's just me. Listen, everybody, like I said, everybody gets injured in football.
Right.
But when you're injured, you let somebody know so they can bring somebody else in so they can keep playing and you get wealthy. Because again, I started off saying this was his team. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we drafted a quarterback. We had no intention on playing this man. Mm-hmm. We was going to ride with Kurt.
Do you put some of this on a coach at all? On this show, we say a lot. Sometimes coaches gotta protect the player from himself.
I would put some of the responsibility on the coach to see that this player that's playing this position is not delivering, and you left him in too long. Oh. Just like they did with the last coach did with Mariota. No, was it Mariota? No, Ritter. One of them, they left him in too long, too many games, too soon, and we lost our chance to go to the playoff. Mariota for Ritter, that's what it was. Yeah. You got caught up. Like, I don't want to be wrong in the media, but you're the captain of the ship, and you got to change course, reverse course. You got to do whatever it takes to get us across that finish line. Mm-hmm. But you got to be perceptive and you got to see and be about principle. Like, listen, you got the guy out here, but it's not performing. Pitts started losing his playing time.
Y'all might have played him a little too long. That bad boy, look.
But he still got the talent. But you might got to look at it from Pitt's eyes. Hey man, the ball don't get there on time. The ball late. You're throwing the ball when the linebacker about to tee off on me. Come on, dude.
Well, I'll say this here. We doing the same thing with Young Hoku too. Because we just brought in Lenny Craig, another kicker. They had a little bit of competition because Young Wei Hu was doing the same thing too, playing a little bit hurt. And so now you either have to get rid of. I ain't saying get rid of. Get a little competition going on.
But let that competition compete. We got to get that cream. And good point, Corey. Good point. So it ain't just Kurt.
It's not just Kurt. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. It's everybody that y'all feel don't do well at a time. So y'all did it with Matt Ryan after so long. Y'all did it with Kirk Cousins. Y'all did it with Taylor Heineke. Y'all did it with Desmond Ritter. Y'all did it with Marcus Mariota.
What do we do?
Y'all ran him out of there. Desmond Ritter wasn't even there he didn't play a whole year with y'all, and y'all ran him out of there.
Let's go back to your first person on that list. Matt Ryan.
Y'all gave Matt Ryan a chance. But wait
a minute. Who's your team again?
All them Cowboys, baby, all day.
So I could see there's a little slight bias in this thing, because if you was watching the same game I was watching, and them balls didn't go no further than 30 yards.
Wait a minute. So all y'all quarterbacks don't throw more than 30 yards?
Hey, but when they get old, they can't throw.
Really not old?
Right.
Yeah.
But Ritter can throw more than 30 yards, it's just not to the right people. But Matt Ryan played too long. Mm-hmm. Everybody wanted to do what Brady did, but everybody didn't have the same circumstance that Brady had. Right. Matt Ryan was sacked a lot.
That's Matt
He
Ryan
got beat up over his course of his career.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying the result. Yeah. Fault is not the issue here. It's just the results. Okay. Brady didn't get hit that many times.
Right.
Brady didn't go home and can't get out of bed the next morning. That wasn't his lifestyle.
Right.
That's why he played till he was 40 and some change. So every other quarterback want to play till you're 40, but you got to realize how he did that. He didn't take any licks.
Yeah,
He got rid of the ball.
Yeah, the offensive line too.
What I want you to do
Yeah, the offensive line.
once everything's in place, all the draft takes place, we get ready the season. We pretty close to the season starting. No, we always make our picks on how we think our team gonna do during that year, and then we may come back mid-year. So I want to make sure you come on the show that day. When we making our pick for the season, just to see what your pick's gonna be and how it's gonna pan out as we get toward mid-season toward the end.
And then I want you to come back toward the end of the season, and I want to see if you still cheering for Penix.
There'll be some gangster shows right there, boy. Like I said,
so if Penix rocking it, if Penix not doing the thing, what do I get?
Yeah.
Does y'all get entertainment if it goes bad? What do I get when it goes right?
We'll say you was right.
That ain't good enough. I want more. I want more from this show.
It won't take much for the Atlanta fans to go ahead and get him the Boo Birds.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
The Boo Birds come out fast in Atlanta.
On this show, we bet chicken wings.
A little bit chicken wings. All right, chicken wings it is. But I'm gonna tell you.
Everybody don't pay up though.
If Penix ain't throwing for 300 yards, we gonna count the drops on those pass plays. We're gonna count the drops.
We moving the goalposts. We're gonna move the goalposts.
No, I'm gonna tell you, he gonna do his part. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying he gonna do his part.
Okay.
Everybody else got to be ready.
All righty then.
I like it, man. I like it.
When somebody does their thing, they do their thing, man. I root for that. But when you don't, you don't. It is what it is, and just accept it. Accept it, or get better.
I like it, man.
That's it.
Like it. Hey, man, that's a great first segment, man. That's a great first segment. My dog Swain, Chris Swain, LCL Financial Services. Hey, bringing the heat, man. He not only talking taxes, man. This man talking football, dog. So we appreciate you, big homie.
Philosophy.
Yeah.
Philosophy. Appreciate you coming on, Chris.
No, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I've been having that on my chest for a long time. I feel better now. It's like therapy.
Yeah, that's what this is, baby. That's what this is.
Barbershop talk therapy.
There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so we holler at you, boy.
All right. See y'all next time.
Yeah, man, later.
Appreciate it.
That man has some stuff off the chest, man.
Hey, I love that, dog. That's passion.
Listen,
passion, man.
Hey, look, he listening to me right now. Chris been trying to do that for 2 years now. That's why I let him do his thing for 2 years. Chris, I'm coming on. I got nervous. 2 years, he got it out. He got it for 30 minutes.
Look, he had it written down. He had everything he wanted.
Got a pen in his hand.
I love it though, man. That's
my dog, man. My dog, like that.
Barbershop talk at its finest, man. I love it. I love it. So, hey, man, let's go into our segment. But before we do, man, we got to give our wonderful sponsor of our segment, Mr. Cooking Dad's Drink Reviews.
You know, everybody drink responsible.
You won't want to take the opinion of a stranger. That type of advice is just not for you, because you're at that time of the day where you don't want to waste your money, and your plan is to throw back a shot or two. You're not necessarily an alcohol person, and picking out a brand is fairly new. If you want something to go with your burger, possibly a steak, then check out Cooking Dad's Drink Reviews. Remember, drink responsibly and click that subscribe too, and go with the one the crew and you trust. Cooking Dad's Drink Reviews.
Absolutely. Cooking Dad Drink Reviews. Thank you once again for being a wonderful sponsor of our second segment. Make sure y'all go hit that subscribe button out there, man. I'm telling you, the reviews he gives are amazing. This man did a review in the airport the other day, man. In the airport. Yeah.
Was he drinking in the airport?
Yeah. He was in the lounge area or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
that man waiting for the plane.
Yeah, one of the bottles cost like, what did he say? $2.99 but some of them cost $700. So
dollars.
It ain't penny.
Hey, I like Corey said last show. He get you from the low to the top. You know,
Sure.
everywhere it is. Yeah, keep you at the low. Hey, he got something for you, man. He got something for you.
Hey, G, what I want you to do though is, I want you to one day take his advice on one of the ones he recommends.
You know what? I'm gonna do that too. I am definitely gonna try that. You know, but at the same time, I ain't gonna like I was saying before. I don't know what good or bad is. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to waste my money and go, damn, this thing.
I can't get G to commit to that.
Look, I do it. I do
it.
Kamari said, man, these writes are inspiring me, man. I need to start reviewing something. You all started a wave.
Review something.
Review something, man. Review something.
Yeah, I know, Kamari. I know. That's why I'm just messing with him.
All right, fellas. Let's go into our second segment, man, and let's talk about Ja Morant in a battle with the Golden State Warriors last night. Decide to go back to his signature gun pointing celebration or trash talk, whatever you want to call it.
What was it?
Well, whatever it was, Draymond Green told the refs. He went and told. Like
he told?
Hey, yeah, oh yeah, he went and ran to the ref. Hey, he's doing that.
That's what he was doing. He was like,
yeah, he's like, hey.
Oh, he was telling.
So what? Well, I mean, I don't know. The NBA right now are investigating to see if he needs to be suspended again. We're coming down. We are 6 games left in the season, and Ja Morant is doing this, man. Talk to me. What will he ever learn, man, or is this just something? Is he, or he might just be a real thug?
Ain't no thug, man. That dude went to Catholic private school.
Yeah, he from down near Florence, South Carolina.
Yeah,
don't have no thugs in Florence.
Ain't nothing thuggish in Florence.
He ain't nothing thuggish in Florence. So it's good. It's a good neighborhood, good area.
I mean, it's down there near, the Darlington racetrack. I mean, it's not a real big city.
Yeah, but he did go to private school, right? He was a private. He got upscale education.
Yeah, but you got some people that want to try to live that life, even though they weren't brought up in that life.
Like Michael Irvin's dad said.
And
yes,
back to what I said about him a long time ago. He just don't have the right people in his corner. And I thought he was doing better.
Right.
Yeah.
His name hadn't been out there for the longest after he had all these episodes. So I thought somebody got in his corner and steered him in the right direction. Let him know that, hey, it's a privilege to play this game. That privilege can't be taken away from you.
Man.
And I think that's what he's missing. He's missing the privilege part. Like we understand you worked hard to get here, but there's a standard, there's a gold standard you got to uphold when you're playing at this level. You're playing in this league, man, this organization.
But didn't he get suspended 50 games already?
Yes. Was it 50? He got suspended a lot of games. I don't know.
It was a lot of games. Well, yeah, like half the season. Yeah.
Kamari said, we're gonna give him his flowers. We definitely gonna give him his flowers. So yeah, I don't know what needs to, I mean, we keep saying needs to have better people in this corner. Obviously, it's not gonna happen, man. Unfortunately, I think they're gonna take the game away from him for a long period. And
it's the gesture that like I said, he just can't get past. Even when we know what that is, you know what I'm saying? And they're looking at it. The NBA don't take that lightly.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the same time, when you can't get past yourself, when you can't get past the fact that you want to be gangster on the highest level of competitive basketball that there is, and you still can't take the street away, sometimes they need to take it away from you. I feel the same way about what's my man name at the Pistons? Isaiah, I think that's his name, number 20.
Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart.
He can't get out his own way too. When he loses his cool, he ready to fight.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't scoring no baskets, and you're not bringing anything to the integrity of the team. But eventually, they're gonna take it away from you too. It's a lot of it's behavior. We're using Ja Morant as a springboard to get into maybe another player too. But it's their behavior that's totally different now, or that's putting the NBA on blast on how they act. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that the next person that we're going to talk about has the same problem, but it's like you said, it's the way they act as players that makes us talk about them in this light. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Ja Morant, like you said, if it's the people that he hangs around, that's the influence that he has. Isaiah, I don't know where he came from, but at the same time, it's what you keep up that makes people want to continue to talk about this. And like you said, the only way that you're able to learn is by taking your livelihood away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it takes, man. And just to go to Isaiah Stewart, I think he's taking on that bad boy mentality that the Detroit Pistons are trying to bring back. I think
that's where they're trying to bring that back.
I think they're trying to bring that back over there. They're playing a physical, a tough nose physical game over there in Detroit. And I think he's just personifying that, for the team. I think the coach likes that, and a lot of times he's antagonizing people to get them started, and so I don't think he's doing anything malicious, but he does love
what?
It. Yeah, I don't think he's doing anything.
He grabbed DiVincenzo in the groin.
He did what?
He grabbed DiVincenzo in the groin.
Did he? I ain't seen it.
Yeah. When they got into that little melee the other day, he wasn't even a part of it. Then he went there and he grabbed him in the crotch.
I ain't seen it. Yeah, that's a little bad. Did they get suspended for that?
No, because they were showing the bits of it, but I know all of they all got put out the game, but I don't know if they've been suspended. I don't know if they've been suspended, but I'm just saying it didn't have anything to do with him, and then he got in the middle of it. Then
he gonna protect his players. He gonna protect his teammates. That's who he is.
I don't like that dude.
Yeah.
I get where you're going, but I don't like that. People like teammates like that. Another guy who was like that, man, was Carmelo Anthony. If you try to fight with somebody on his team, Carmelo's gonna be the first one to jump up there as well. Carmelo wasn't no problem person.
He wasn't no problem person, but he was a battler. Like he's like, I remember a time somebody was coming after LeBron when he played with him.
And the Lakers.
Yeah, the Lakers, man. And that bad boy, you got to come through me before you get him.
Yeah.
LeBron was running around in the back. He was like, matter of fact, it was Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, bleeding on.
Yeah. It was Isaiah Stewart.
Oh, when he elbowed him in
elbowed him in the eye. Yeah.
So,
so Carmelo, such a great career this man has had, man. Do y'all think he's deserving of a first ballot Hall of Famer? Congratulations, Carmelo, as well, man.
Right now,
so right now he's what is the status right now, Carmelo? Like he's inducted or what is it?
Yeah,
he's going.
He's going. Yeah. So this is the first ballot Hall of Famer that we're talking about right now.
This is the first ballot Hall of Famer. Do you disagree with that? I'm seeing people out there maybe have some disagreements with it.
You and Corey always have this tendency. Y'all base everything on rings. See, he know exactly what I was going to look at. Y'all base everything on rings, which that's what Carmelo doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
On the ring he got this from college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he won a national championship. So, it'd be interesting to see what y'all say. I think he's deserving to go on first ballot. I mean, he's proven that he's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never been ho-hum on the ring thing like you two have.
Right.
Talking about you can't sit at no table or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
So he's first ballot without a ring.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be interesting to see what you two ring guys have to say.
Okay.
Corey?
I'll go. So I've always painted the same picture. You know, we're walking in. So imagine Carmelo is now walking in with his buddies that he came into the league with. Let's say he's walking in with LeBron when LeBron finally hangs it up. He's walking in with Dwayne Wade. He's walking in with what's the other boat?
Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh.
Chris Ball.
Chris Paul. Yeah. So they're walking in together, right? You know, you come into the hall. At some point, there's a break off. You know, there's a break off because somebody's seat is up there and your seat is here when you walk in the door. You're a great player. You're welcome to the hall, but there's levels to the hall. You know, LeBron will continue to walk up forward. Chris Bosh will continue to walk up forward. Now, Chris Paul, did he get one? He didn't get one, did he? And Melo, they'll walk together with their dates, their wives, but they will sit in a certain table with Charles Barkley and a few other cats that did not get one. That's in Paul. Yeah, Pat is sitting there. You know, there's levels to this. There's levels to the respect of the game. Yes, first ballot Hall of Famer, welcome to the Hall. But I still say this here. There's levels to this game, you know. But yes, welcomed and deserved.
Well deserved. Well deserved. Do you think it was the stats that got him in, or was it just the type of player he was? What he meant to the league? And
great question. Great question.
Combination of both.
Yeah, I was just about to say the whole game. Period. You know what I'm saying? His game did revolutionize, you know, the game. That's his position. I give him that. You know what I'm saying? He came into the league as a freshman, played. You know what I mean? He was at the Nuggets. He was putting it down by himself at some points. He got some help, you know, with the likes of Allen Iversons and a few other cats that he played with, you know, sporadically. But yeah, he was a good player. He was a good player. And so his all around game put him in. Not to mention he's in the top 15 in scoring, right?
Yeah. Does anybody know where he is as far as scoring?
Let's see.
I mean, don't look it up. I just want to know if y'all know.
No, you know.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know either. Because I'm saying that to say, Kamari says, "Gee, this is the prime example of me and Remus speaking on stats, meaning everything."
Who is Remus?
Remus, still my Remus.
Oh. I was just about to say, does he have a kid? Remus?
So I don't think it's I mean, stats of course matter so a little bit, but I think the type of player he was matters more than the stats. Like, we don't even know what the stats are. We just know that he was a great player.
Ooh. Are y'all curious to know where his number is in the top 25?
I think he's like number 8. I think he's like number 8.
Yeah.
And he like number 8? No.
11.
Close.
10.
Oh, yeah.
10. Yeah, he's number 10. Kevin Durant had passed him this year. Okay. Passed him and Shaq this year. So, yeah.
So I got a question.
James Harden is on his butt.
Okay.
So, you know, you always preach this ring thing. And Corey said that there is certain levels to the hall. I've never been to the hall, but I'd be willing to bet that hall is not segregated by who won rings and who didn't win rings. If you walk around that hall,
you think so?
I'm pretty sure.
You think Michael Jordan is sitting next to the likes of?
I'm saying you can't segregate it. How you gonna segregate it like that based on when they go in?
I'm not saying that, you know,
they're not gonna have a room for all these people got rings.
No, they're in the same room. They just at different tables.
But you remember Charles Barkley saying those words though, right?
Yeah.
That's y'all and Charles Barkley, and Charles Barkley tell a whole lot of lies.
Are you serious? That's what you're gonna go with? That Charles Barkley tell a lot of lies? He just said that. He said that. No, what he was saying was where his location is versus where they said Michael Jordan is totally different.
Hey. He has an opinion and a hey-ho like everybody else.
No. You can't do that.
But this ain't an opinion. This is something he's seen.
This is the hall.
That don't make him his mouth a prayer book.
No. You make it seem like we're making this up, OG.
Who else has said it besides Charles Barkley?
Charles Barkley is the only one that's on TV 4 nights a week.
But other people have ways of getting their words out. They want to make a statement.
You
don't have to be on TV to make a statement. What I'm asking you is, who else besides Charles Barkley has come out and made that same type of statement?
You know what's crazy? It ain't about who said it. It's about who didn't say it. Because when he made that statement, both Kenny and Shaq was on there, and they didn't say a word.
Yeah. So they got rings.
Because they know what he said versus what they said.
We never gonna see eye to eye on this.
They didn't say that's cap. They didn't say that's cap, Charles. That's cap.
Who?
They didn't say that's cap. That's cap. That's cap. They didn't say that. They let him go ahead. Yeah, you're right.
That's crazy. And the fact that you
never agree.
You never go.
But I'm saying the fact that you don't see that there's a different level of, like I said, what I have versus what you have when we get in this hall is amazing to me.
Okay, so let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
So we say things is about stats, right?
Okay.
We say stats is part of it.
Sure.
So if I got somebody that's got more stats than somebody that's got a ring, then the ring outweighs everything. What you're saying, but we also talk about stats too now.
Not in all cases, because we do. The only one we said is Robert Horry.
So now we're moving the goalposts.
No, I'm saying because we only use Robert Horry.
If it's a fact, it's a fact.
Okay, find somebody else. But we've used one person since that with your argument. Robert Horry. That's it. Robert Horry got 7 rings, but he had never make it to the hall. What you say about that?
So you gonna tell me everybody that got rings gonna make it to the hall?
No, that's the point I'm trying to make, OG.
Right. But my point is that we say stats make a difference too.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be people that have better stats than some of these people that have rings that's in the hall.
And they're gonna sit in a certain place.
That's a lie.
You know who else gonna sit there? Like what's your boy name that played for the Trailblazers? Hall of Famer. Dominique Wilkins, Hall of Famer. All them boys, Drexler. They all sit in the same area. That's what Charles was talking about. They had great stats. They just didn't get something.
Yeah. Reggie Miller, and Steph Curry ain't gonna sit in the same place.
Oh, man.
That's all we're saying.
Hey man, listen.
I tell you one thing. It's a good thing I'm not in a position to be in the hall because I proved this little hot like y'all telling wrong.
You need to vote on it. Dame Lillard and Westbrook got one, don't he?
No.
He wasn't on that squad with the Bucks. No, I guess not. Okay.
No, but Nuggets. No, they ain't won with him yet.
He wasn't on with Nuggets. Okay. Yeah.
But we can move on because we'll never see.
Triple double himself in the back.
We'll never see eye to eye.
All right. Staying in the NBA real fast, man. Ant-Man has 3 to 4 children. We're not sure exactly which one it is, but this particular young lady, he said, "Look here, I told you I didn't want nothing to do with your child. I told you, like, abort. You said no, your body, your choice. All right. My choice is I'm going to pay you whatever is needed for that 18 years, which ended up being $1,086,000.
$800,000. Yeah, 860,000. 800,000. Sorry.
80,000. 86,000. Because it's like 1,000,086.
Yeah.
All right. Right.
Yeah. Whatever the calculation of $5,000 a month is.
$5,000 a month. All right. So
let me add to your story, G, before you ask your question.
Go ahead.
So on top of that, me and my wife were talking about this today too. She, like I said, I trust me, we understand where we're going with this. You are a stripper, so our relationship was based on purely, sexual acts. And the process, like you just said, like G said, we're having this conversation, and I'm pregnant. Hey, listen, if you want to keep doing this with me, we got to cut that kid out because I'm 23, you 38. You know, this I'm not trying to be with you, and let's go ahead and do this. We agreed on it. Then 6 months later, you have the child anyway. You move to California, where you try to file for child support in California. But at the same time, you were from Georgia. I get my lawyer, and I'm from Georgia. The lawyer from Georgia sides with me and say, well, listen, for what you make, I got to give you the minimum, which is about $5,000 a month. So I come to court and I go, well, hey, judge, tell you what, can I pay all of it today? The judge goes, you want to pay it all today? Sure. He said, because I want to pay this money here. I'm going to pay 216 payments or 218 payments, which is 18 years at $1 million and whatever, and I give it to her. So, because I don't want to talk to her anymore. I don't want to have nothing to do with her or the child. I want to add that on too. Now, and I'm gonna throw on a little piece of it that I saw today that Bobby told me. She bought a G-Wagon the same day that she got the money.
For the kid.
For the kid.
The kid needed a G-Wagon.
You being sarcastic.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah. But she bought that today. You know, and I'll add on what my wife said. You know, not the dog her out of anyway, but the money for that child with a G-Wagon has already a bunch of it has been taken away from that kid already.
Already.
Yeah. So I'll let you go ahead and continue. I just had to add that piece on.
So I wonder if he could have. I wonder if he could have said, "I'm giving you this, but it's only going to be allotted to you the way it should be, $5,000 a month," instead of just saying, "Here go $1,080,000, whatever it was." Set it up where, so it'd be hard for her to do something like that. Set it up where,
to spend it all in a big chunk.
Yeah, you get your January, you get your 5,000. February, you get your 5,000. It's gonna automatically come to you, but that still don't have no dealings with you. Instead of just saying, instead of just giving her the chunk all at one time, and then this happens.
And my wife actually said something about that, like giving it to her in increments. So I'm trying to see if she can come down here and explain this to us.
She know better than anybody else.
I about to say that'll be awesome.
She would definitely know about this. Like I said, we talked about this a little bit the other night. So I think I hear her.
So I wondered if the court, I guess she'll know. I just wondered if he gave it to the court, could the court do it, distribute it?
So my wife had this question right here. It was, I think, you know, we know that some wives or some baby moms have come back and said, listen, he's got a new contract. I want to reintroduce this to the court. You know, he's made more money. I need, you know, my child needs more money.
I believe she can come back and do that.
You can still come back. Okay.
Yep.
What's up, suckers?
Oh, wow, Crystal. That's how you agree that?
Yeah.
Come on.
We need your expertise.
Hey, Crystal. Hey, Crystal.
So,
Hey, y'all. Hey, happy Wednesday.
So they said, can she come back and ask them for more money?
Yes, because if in Georgia,
okay,
I get lump sum child support from NFL players. That's what I do. Contact Crystal right now. In Georgia, lump sum child support is still modifiable, so she can absolutely come back and get more money.
So though he's paid the entire 18 years, she can come back. What if she spent all that he just paid? Because they said she just bought a G-Wagon yesterday.
She needed for her child. He should have got it. There's nothing. So his attorney, and I'm sure he knows this, right? Like I'm sure he has counsel that has told him that it's modifiable. And if he doesn't, then that's on him. But yes, lump sum child support is modifiable because child support is based on a modification of child support is based on a change in the needs of the child and the income and financial status of the parties. So if he starts making more money, baby, that's a reason for a change in he has a change in income and financial status. She can go after more child support. If the child has different needs, right? Like the child decides that he wants to be a basketball player, he's going to need, this training and all this other stuff. That is a change in the needs of the child. So she can always come back and get more. So
now let me ask you.
Represented Ship Patel, and he is a fantastic attorney. So I'm very excited to see what he does with this case. He's probably going to end up having to call me to get this stuff going, but it's fine. It's great.
So let me ask a second question that I get to OG. So let's say this is over 18 years. We know he's probably not going to play another 18 years of basketball. Well, if he does, you know, that's good for him. Nevertheless, if he does not play, let's say if he plays 10 more years and the money decreases, does like the new adjustment payment decreases too?
I don't understand that question.
Like, say for example, he's already paid the 18 years of what this $5,000 is supposed to allocate per month for 18 years. If she asks for more money and she's awarded that, but then let's say he doesn't get another contract, but it's still within that 18-year parameter, when does it stop? When does the adjustment stop?
If she asks for more money and she gets a monthly child support obligation rather than a lump sum child support obligation, and his income changes, right? Then can he modify it down? Is that your question?
Yes.
He can, but I don't think he'll be able to because it's going to be changed not just in income, but in financial status. And so maybe he doesn't have a contract, but he still has $1 million homes. And so
she on another call.
But if he still has like $1 million homes and things like that, all of those things are, and he's probably got retirement, right? And so all of that all that can be taken into consideration. So I don't know that he gets a downward modification.
Yeah, NBA doesn't have retirement.
Okay, well, he probably has some sort of retirement. He may not have it through the NBA, but I'm sure he has it in an investment account. Okay. And all of that is going to be taken into consideration when you're considering a downward modification.
So, Chris, I got a question. So he decided to go ahead and pay this lump sum, but is it possible as a condition? When he gets the lump sum, did he say, I'm putting this money out there, that it can be dispersed monthly instead of her getting all of it?
Yes. So sometimes judges will order that the child support be put in a trust only to get monthly. But we'll be quiet.
Huh? What you cut? Why you cut off? That was a good question. OG asked you. What's up?
Let me tell you this: if you have a good attorney, baby, you gonna walk away with that lump sum.
Okay.
Cooking Dad Dream Vision said he better start a trust and put everything in his mama name.
So he's not done paying with this child.
Let me tell you something. Why? No, he's not. He thinks, and I hope that he doesn't think that he is, because here's the thing. Child support is not the parent's right? So you can't waive child support. So she couldn't even sign in a contract saying she will not modify child support. She can't. Even if he was to give her $1 trillion, she can't say, "Oh, I'm not going to modify," because it's not her right to deny the child the money. It's the child's right.
So let's say, who would actually come out and say, "Well, I want more money," if she doesn't say it? Can the state come out and say that?
I'm sure her attorney has told her that. I'm 1,000% sure. The state she's not likely to involve DCS, the Department of Child Support Services, in this action. This is a private action.
Okay.
So that G-Wagon, that $250,000 G-Wagon.
You need to talk to the child. Stop. Go ahead.
So out of what they're saying, like out of the $1.08 million she got, she spent $250 on the G-Wagon. That's supposed to be for 18 years.
She ain't finna drive that for 18 years.
Let me tell you one thing I do know. If she blowing money, she knows that it's modifiable.
Oh, okay. But what if she go? We all know. I'm not saying that I have it, but $1.8 million is not a lot of money. You know,
it's not a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I am telling you this. I know personally the attorney that is representing her. Mm-hmm. I will tell you this right now. He knows that it's modifiable. So if he told her it's modifiable, why am I gonna hold on to it? You stupid. You don't want to give me $1.8 million up front, and I can come back and modify it. Guess what? If this brother get a new contract tomorrow, the first modification in Georgia can happen immediately. So she got $1.8 million. He has a new contract where he's making $50 million or whatever is a high number. She can come back and get more immediately. Now, after that, she can only modify every 2 years, but that first modification is right away. She ain't had no double county, baby. She just didn't.
Wow.
So he wasn't getting off by paying her a lump sum right now at one point.
He obviously thought so.
Right. So
because who was his counsel?
We don't know.
I looked it up. I couldn't find it.
So Crystal, would you advise somebody to do that?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't advise you to do lump sum child support because it's always modifiable. But it also, if he felt like because it's you're just like any other person. You really have no position to be like, oh, I don't have to talk to her no more, because that's what they were saying it was. He doesn't have to have a conversation with her anymore or whatever. But again, because it's modifiable, and again, after the first time, it's not only modifiable every 2 years. So maybe he's like, okay, every 2 years I can talk to her, or he got bad advice. And that's because everybody doesn't know, right? And so they jump up and down about lump sum. Like I have a woman trying to get my client to pay lump sum child support, and I have to tell her, no, he's not giving up the house for not paying child support, because this girl can always come back and modify. Oh, she's not going to do that. Because she didn't know. Yes, baby.
So this one, Chris, this $1.8 million, is considered lump sum, considering that there's still modifications that need to be had. Because under his, like, well, we're reading just like everybody else. He thinks that, like I said, these 218 payments over 18 years is done. But you're saying this is considered a lump sum, because he's still subject to more modifications.
No, it's a lump sum because it's supposed to last over 18 years, right? Like it's a lump sum. However, Georgia child support can always be modified. Okay. He should have left it over there in California. I got stuff in my teeth. If you watch this back, and I do.
There was one more question I wanted to ask you about that, babe.
I like when y'all talk about my job.
So while he's thinking, can I ask a moral question? Could you represent a person like Anthony, like Ant-Man, in the situation where like we just said, he was in a situation with this woman sexually. Said, listen, if you want to continue to mess with me, you got to get rid of this kid. 6 months later, she said, I'm pregnant. I went and filed in California. Nevertheless, I don't know how this works, but she filed in California, but I guess the judge sided in Georgia. How does that work in a sense with representing a person who says, listen, I don't want to have nothing to do with this child, but help me pay the smallest amount of child support possible?
I do that every single day. Do you want to say to me? I do it every single day. When people come and try to get the lower child support, contact Chris Redlaw, baby. Yeah, I do it I just had a client say, I got his child support so doggone low. Can I just tip you? No. No qualms about it. I'm good at my job. And you pay me to be good at my job.
Okay.
So
nice.
That's not for everybody. Everybody's not going to have low child support. Right? That's not everybody's story. But I know the law.
My question is, could he have disassociated himself completely? Was there a way that he could have been like, all right, you know what? No. I'm giving up my rights to this child.
Termination of rights in Georgia does not stop child support, because termination of rights will make the child a ward of the state. So there is no way. If you can terminate your rights all day, you're going to still have to pay child support. The only way, and so that's what I was talking about last night. Okay. What I would have done, I hope his attorney goes ahead, if he's really wanting to distance himself, and allows this dude to terminate his rights along with this child support payment. Now, yes, it's still modifiable, but this girl is not going to have to come back to him when she gets ready for an adoption, because his rights are already terminated. So if she gets married to somebody and somebody wants to adopt this child, she doesn't have to involve him in it. So I hope his counsel took that next step and went ahead and terminated those rights.
Okay. So he has no rights to this child.
Well, he doesn't. He's not filing so in Georgia we have legitimation, right? So you have to actually get a court order for legitimation to have any type of rights to the child anyway, so he can't pop up and be like, oh, I want to see him, I want to talk to him on the phone, none of that. He has no rights to this child without a court order. However, he still has to completely disassociate himself, even though the law says that you have no legal or physical custodial rights to the child. You still have to terminate the right. So if somebody wanted to adopt, even though there's no legitimation on file, you still have to file to terminate any rights you may have with the child. And so
you still have to pay?
Yes. If an adoption, you don't have to pay. In adoption, he has a dad. The whole point is we don't want the child to be a ward of the state to where now the state has to take over paying for this child. So that's why they say, okay, you can terminate your rights all day. You still gonna pay this child support.
Okay.
And some judges don't even realize that. So that's why they won't terminate. And I'm just like, Your Honor, this is not the law. Anyway.
Because all judges don't know the law, right?
Many judges don't know the law.
So they have to go look up the law after you give them the statue or whatever it may be. Yeah.
Okay, statue.
Come on now.
Statue. All right. All right.
No. Statue.
Thank you, man.
Nice.
We got this from Crystal White Law, the best family law attorney in the world.
No hesitation either. I mean, she was just.
Oh, this is her thing. This is her thing. She gets excited about that stuff, man.
What?
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
I hope that cleared up a lot of red, red and gray for everybody. You know what I mean? So because that answered a lot of questions for me. Nice.
Hey, facts, Mario. Galen Crystal talk be insane for real. So if anybody does want a G-Wagon, man, my dog Kev works at a dealership, Mercedes dealership in Marietta. So if y'all are looking for G-Wagons or BMWs like OG.
Record. I guess to answer this question, I know that we're gonna move on. Give us the number of a 2025 G-Wagon. How much it costs? Put it in the chat for me, big homie.
There you go. Good question. Good question. Because we are talking about what you just called. We said we just threw a number out there at 250.
Yeah.
What's the actual number on it?
Right, yeah. Give us the actual number, brother.
Because I know she just didn't get a normal G-Wagon. She probably got one with bells and whistles on it. So give us the top of the line.
There's different types of G-Wagons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got AMGs. You got all. Yeah. I think AMG might be the top of the line one though.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, you know what? Sort of like that. What's that? What's y'all top of the line one? OG, the G7 or what's the 7 series?
X7, the Alpina.
Woo. Okay.
The G63 AMG is 268. 268. There you go.
So let me do this here. All right, just real quick, just for S's and giggles. 268, let's say divided by 5. So that's 53 payments that this lady just done took away from that kid.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there, though.
Yeah, boy. Woo. All right, man. Let's go ahead and transition to our third segment and our last little bit that we got. Hey, Corey, man. I just noticed you wasn't in the truck, dog.
Hey, shortest day. My shortest
day, dog.
Look, I say this here. It ain't good, but it's
good. Right on. All right, so we finally know the Final Four in the women's bracket. And OG, this is your cup of tea right here, man. So talk to us about these matchups that we have now with Texas, South Carolina, UConn versus
UCLA.
UCLA. Oh, these gonna be some good games. Oh my God. Talk to me, OG. What we looking like on Saturday night?
Yeah, I think both games will be great. South Carolina was fortunate enough to kind of extend the win against Texas in the SEC championship game.
Mm-hmm.
But the 2 games prior to that, when they played home and home, both of those games were really good. And South Carolina, has had to fight to get there. The Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 game to get to where they are now. But Texas has a great team. They had 2 good players. I know the Madison Booker, and I can't remember the little point guard name. She only like 5'5" or 5'6" or something like that, but she can flat out shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the difference is going to be turnovers and who can get that lead. Because fortunate enough, South Carolina can shoot threes, but Texas is not known for shooting threes.
Okay.
So if they get down, it's a little bit more of a struggle for them to get back. They have to try a little bit harder because they don't shoot threes. But they're still a great team. So I think both games will be a big matchup. But I think UConn may struggle with UCLA's size. They got a center that's 6'7". They got another forward, I think, that's like 6'5". They are huge.
Big. So they're like y'all used to be.
Yeah. So
okay.
OJ, let me ask you a question real quick. So they said this on TV today. If South Carolina can pull this off, this would be the hardest season that they've had to get back to the title. Do you agree with that in terms of like I said, the small struggles that they've had and the tough games that they've played when normally they've been a juggernaut?
Right.
Like this, not saying that they won't. Like this would probably be stepping stone for what they'll be next year. But do you agree that this will be the toughest if they can make the road back to the championship that they've ever had in the past couple of seasons?
Oh, yeah, that's what I said, because they struggled. I mean, they had a tough game with Maryland in the Sweet 16. They had enough tough game this past in the Elite 8 with Duke. Yeah. So, and both of those games, in the latter minutes of the game, they were behind.
Yeah.
And had to come back. So yeah, this is a tougher struggle, but I think Dawn Staley says she's going to stop doing it. But I think what she does during the season prepares this for them, because she runs from no talent. She goes out pretty much every year and has the toughest schedule that you can get for her team to prepare them for these moments right now.
Is that right? Is that why they got Lisa Leslie coming next season?
I'm not sure if that's why they got Lisa Leslie coming next season. It could be. I mean, they want somebody to help the bigs. But they are battle tested. So when they played against Maryland and Duke, it wasn't the first time they've been in those situations.
Good point.
And then you got a lot of players on the team that was on the team last year. Some of them were freshmen, and I just hope that Fulwiley and Joyce Edwards and Tessa Johnson felt the pressure against Duke. With the point that she didn't bring any subs in the fourth quarter. She kept her starters in the whole fourth quarter. She didn't have any subs. I just hope they don't feel that same. They don't have that same kind of pressure in this game.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give you a name. If she can step up and do like she did, and I told you, Tessa Johnson last year in the championship game, she stepped up. But I just hope Joyce Edwards, who's a freshman straight out of Columbia, in the Columbia area, and she plays the 5. She bets up Sanaa Fagan, but then sometimes she's in there with Sanaa Fagan playing the 4 and the 5.
Okay.
But I still say both of these games, they're gonna be great. I just think that UConn, not saying that UConn is gonna lose, but I think they're gonna have a struggle with the size of UCLA on the inside.
On the inside.
Very on the inside. But both of these games, I'm just glad that the women's sports is getting the recognition that they need, they're getting. So they'll play. South Carolina plays at 7 Friday night. UConn and UCLA play at 9, and then they play 3 o'clock on Sunday for the championship.
I'm excited about this. I'm ready for this. I saw somebody on Twitter, and he was saying he's getting worried about, because I think he's a South Carolina Gamecock Gamecock fan. He's worried about Fulwiley.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Possibly transferring. Do you have that fear, because she should be starting and she's coming off the bench? Do you have that same fear?
Yeah, and you know she may transfer, but next year, if Raven decides to leave, because they're trying to get Raven to stay, because Raven really actually has 1 more year of eligibility.
It does, yeah.
So if Raven decides to leave and Tahina Paopao leave, then she'll probably start.
Okay.
But if she transfers, she won't have that opportunity. But Dawn Staley's mentality is, just because you was great in high school, I've already got a nucleus here. You build your way. That's what Sanaa Fagan did. Sanaa Fagan was behind Cardoso, and she was behind Aaliyah Boston. And now she's getting her opportunity, and I'm sure she's going to the WNBA. But what Dawn Staley says is, everybody that goes to the next level, you are not going to be a starter. So you need to develop that talent of learning how to come off the bench and spark the team and still score your points. And it can't be because of the playing time. Because she everybody gets to play. About 6 to 7 minutes in the first quarter, she usually brings in George Edwards, Tessa Johnson, and Fulwiley. So everybody gets to play. I mean, she has a rotation that's down pat.
So to add on to what G was saying to you, I also saw, in these same little things, Fulwiley has been the conversation, but she's also been the conversation of, like I said, not saying criticism, but you see Dawn Staley is always in her face, like, calm down, settle down, keep the ball on the floor. Like the past 3 games, it's like you could tell Fulwiley was a little, like a little hype But it seems like she wants to do some of the, you know, outstanding plays that we've seen her do before. But then you also see Staley like trying to bring her, you know, like bring her back down to a certain level, as opposed to saying, "Hey, listen, we're not doing the Allen Iverson stuff. Keep the ball on the ground, you know." And then she'll, you know, like let's say on the Duke game, I could tell that the frustration was there, and she kind of had to like just turn her down a little bit. She kept staying in the game, but she stayed like watching her play. And then somebody saying, you know, she's stifling the girl, which I don't believe, because good coaching is good coaching. But I don't want this ain't a one-on-one type situation. You don't always have to do, you know, something exciting. Run the offense the way it's supposed to, slow it down and keep the ball on the floor, as opposed to she had, like, I think on the Duke game there was a bunch of turnovers. I think she may have been, you know, 3 or 4. Yeah. And then the game before that, it was the same way. You know, you leaving the offense trying to do your own thing. She's like, look, just slow it down, calm down a little bit. And you hope that she doesn't transfer just because you're getting hard coaching. But, you know, I was going to ask the same thing that G asked.
Right. But I think sometimes for Wiley feels the pressure because she's made so many good plays. She's been on Sports Center with these top plays. And now she thinks she's got this to live up to. Every moment, those opportunities not there. So she just, and I think what Dawn State is trying to instill in her and coach in her to say, you know, you're not gonna have that moment on every play. So take it when it's there. When it's not there, then do like you've been doing. Make the spectacular passes. Get your teammates and get involved. And get everybody involved. But I just think she felt that pressure in the Duke game that, you know, when she comes in the game, everybody cheers.
Yeah.
Because she comes in the game because they know something spectacular is going to happen.
Right.
So I think she was starting to feel that pressure. Oh, I've got to do something spectacular. I've got to do something spectacular. And I think that pressure just got to her in the Duke game, and Dawn just had to bring her out. And it wasn't just her. Like I say, in the fourth quarter, she brought her out, she brought Tessa Johnson out, and she brought Joyce Edwards out. And she played her main starters the whole fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Against Duke. And it worked out well. They won.
Right. Okay. So it's possible that she may transfer because she's being coached too hard, or she feel like she's been under an umbrella and she needs to kind of spread her wings.
Well, you know, if she does, you know, she has a taste of a championship. She had a taste of an SEC championship.
I was just about to say, man, why transfer down? You know,
just keep in mind, you know, Shania Rivers at North Carolina State transferred from South Carolina. I bet you I can't say she does, but I think deep down in her heart she wish she had it.
Right. You heard from her since, right?
Yeah, because she at home sitting watching South Carolina play.
Right.
So, you know, she can go, and it won't be because NIL, because she's getting great NIL money in South Carolina. I mean, she's got commercials, she's got everything. You know, she's signed with Under Armour, so she. You know, Steph Curry won a T-shirt with her on the other day. So, you know, he's Under Armour too. But hey, if she decides to transfer, then she'll be like a girl from UCLA. You know, I wish her well, but be careful. The grass is not always greener on the other side.
Okay. Olivia Miles, Notre Dame star guard, has transferred from Notre Dame.
The chick with the glasses?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
The tournament ain't even over. She was just playing the other day.
Yeah.
After they lost to who they
She hit the transfer portal?
They lost to
TCU.
TCU. Yeah, TCU.
I'm saying, did she hit the portal or she transferred?
Transfer portal. Hit the portal. Yeah.
Now look, okay, that's not a bad thing because sometimes they do that to kind of get a little bit more cheddar. You know what I'm saying? When they just hit the portal, they just put their name in the portal because that's just way too early to be putting yourself in the portal. What would be the reason for that?
That's what kids are doing now. Yeah. A couple kids in the men's division. As soon as that game was over, they hit the transfer portal. Yeah. So
there should be a rule for that, man.
Yeah. But what gets me though is she got a no contact out there. So I mean, she hit the portal, but she got a no contact clause out there. So
really?
Yeah, teams can't reach out to her. So to me,
she got a no contact clause in college.
Yeah. So if they can't reach out to you, then how you gonna know who is interested in you?
Because she already know where she going.
Oh, that means she already picked.
She already know.
And they say, I guess it's something else they mentioned is that she was gonna be a top pick in the WNBA draft.
Yeah,
but she chose to stay in college.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they said something about there's a collective bargain agreement coming up, so she was go wait and hope there'll be more money next year.
Oh, and the WNBA, yeah, they expecting to raise it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's
so okay. She waiting for the money.
Yeah.
So what's her classification?
She is a senior.
Senior, right?
I think she got hurt, so she got another year eligibility.
Yeah.
Okay. Got a hurt red shirt or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey man, great show, man. Great show. Sunday. I want to talk a little bit. You know, we are 4 weeks away from the draft. Tomorrow will be 4 weeks exactly away from the draft. I want to start getting to some draft talk. And there's a particular player that's out there, and Ted McMillan, and he said he's been caught on video saying that he don't watch film. He watched film with his wide receivers coach, and that's about it. You know, I'm not really watching film. I don't like to watch film and stuff like that. Did y'all watch film when y'all was in high school?
We had to.
I didn't watch.
You can afford this.
Yeah, I didn't watch.
You watch film?
What film?
Yeah. Y'all didn't watch film in high school. I'm older than y'all.
We didn't have no film.
Back in high school, they had film on
nothing.
Every Sunday, we would go and watch. We had to go to school on Sunday.
What?
And every Sunday, we would watch film for the game we just played, and we watch film on the team we're about to play on Sundays.
Wow.
In a big old room, we watch film.
Cuz said they did too.
Yeah, we always watch film.
Really? I didn't.
In that first filming session, it might not be too good because you might get your butt chewed that way.
Yeah.
Or something going on. You didn't get blocked, or you got pancaked, or whatever the case may be.
Man said we watch a film. We were pulled out of our court classes just to meet in the coach room and watch him.
We had to go to school on Sunday and watch film.
Really?
Sunday.
Yeah. We played on Friday, had Saturday off, and go Sunday afternoon and watch film.
Wow. I never watched film in basketball, man.
Now, I'm going to tell you what kind of film it was. Now, ain't no film like nowadays.
My reel?
Yeah, you know the film be on the big reel?
Yeah.
Reel.
That's what we was watching. You know, big reel. Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Who did that for y'all? Where you get that from?
Yeah, they recorded every game, and then the team you were playing against next was required to provide film.
Oh, really?
The team you were playing, yeah.
Yeah, so I remember that type of stuff happening. Now check the game. We had a guy. His name was Curtis White. Curtis White Productions. But he had his own business. You know, you had to pay him. Or like I said, the school would have had to pay him for that, you know, those spots to see those plays and all that stuff. But hey man, watching film.
Yeah. Wow. I gotta see. I know we didn't watch it in basketball. I gotta ask my football buddies if they did in high school, if they watched film. But yeah, did since Corey, you and I didn't watch film. I wonder, OG, did you know how to watch film?
Yeah, you learn after you got chewed out so many times. Yeah, you learn how to watch film.
Okay.
You know, to me, you just watch your position and try to see what the person you were going up against next. You know, some of their techniques and stuff.
Okay.
And then the coaches got more intense than we did, and then that's what they geared us to in practice.
Interesting.
Because I noticed one cut up in those for the offense, defense. Y'all watch the same film, right?
We watched all
the whole game. Did everything.
Yeah, the whole game. It was no cut up in nothing like that. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I want to start watching film on some of these draftees. So I don't really know how to watch film yet. I have never watched film like that. I've just watched cut-ups, you know, of stuff, but I haven't really watched film. So I might try to start watching some. and then bring that to the show, man. So we can start talking about picks, and then I would like to try to do a mock draft the Wednesday before, or that Sunday before the draft, and we'll do our own mock draft. Maybe pull up an ESPN thing, and we'll do it ourselves. And
Mario, to answer your question, 4-shot. The only school I knew that did 4-shot was Southwest DeKalb, and that's because went there.
Quincy Carter.
Quincy Carter went there. Yeah. They probably had film because they played Valdosta every year. They went to the state championships and all that stuff.
Right.
I'm sure they were lights ahead of us, but I think that was the only one. They band had 4-shot videos.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, man. Hey, man. Episode 74 in the books, baby. What a great episode. Great episode.
Before we dip, man, I want to say this here for those who work in the industry that we work in. Y'all keep y'all head up. You know, I know they've been cutting like crazy with a sword. We will be affected by the tariffs that are brought on by the current president. Just stay vigilant, keep God first, like my man said. Keep your head on a swivel as well. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through it.
Absolutely. Cooking Dad's drink review said we had to play Leon Washington, and his film was so good. That was the best high school running back he's ever seen play. Where'd it go? All right. He said, I'm still mad the NFL didn't give him a whole lot of burn at running back. He's still going to the Hall of Fame. Leon Washington.
High school Hall of Fame?
High school Hall of Fame. Yep. Okay. Just not an image section. There you go.
So Leon Washington, like the Hall of Fame? Who is Leon Washington?
A running back from Florida.
But who he play for in the NBA, NFL?
I don't know. I gotta look him up. I ain't never heard of him.
You gonna be in the Hall of Fame?
So everybody in Louisville, Kentucky, man, be careful. I heard there's a huge storm that's going there.
They need to come down here.
Yeah, for real. That's actually stopping planes from flying.
Okay.
So,
not that kind of storm, but yeah, I just need the rain.
Right. So everybody out there in Louisville, Kentucky, man, be careful. Muhammad Ali Boulevard, everybody out there, man. So we just say,
oh, and Layla Ali is not dead.
Who said she was dead?
Who said she was dead?
So she came on and did a TikTok saying, for about maybe 2 minutes, because it started in Canada. They said that she had gotten unalived. And so she came on and did I saw it when they posted it, but I was like, Layla Ali. She said, I'm not dead. So my bad.
Yeah. My dog, Cooking Dad Drink Reviews. Make sure y'all go hit that subscribe button. Everybody out there going over to YouTube right now, hit that subscribe on my man. Dog James Littlejohn, my homeboy Kamari White. Make sure y'all check him and his wife out. The Christianist Podcast every Tuesday, bright and early, man. When you wake up, just hit that podcast. And go to YouTube as well, man. My dog Rodney Littlejohn, my dog Snack Panther, my homeboy Kevin Todd Shakur,
Chris,
my dog Chris. Yeah, my dog Chris, man, appreciate you coming on with his big homie. Don't forget, we want to see you beginning of the season. We'll do our picks. Chris Rain. All right. Who else was out there? My cousin Matthew Wright. My dog Snap Panther and my dog Quest, man. We love y'all. Remember to keep your head on swivel and keep God first. We'll see y'all on Sunday, baby, at 8 o'clock. We are out. Peace.